Now we're going back to ctyou and some of the resources that are available there, and today I would like to look at the different courses that have resources that you may use for your content area. So to get to ctyou, remember we go to oklahomacareertech.org. We click on the Educators tab. We scroll down either on the left-hand side or in the list to ctyou.org. We click on Visit ctyou.org. It will bring up the home page. Remember, the login is in the upper right-hand corner. You will log in with your username. Typically, it's your first name dot last name and your password. And click Login. From there, you will go down, just scroll down to the STEM division. And what I would like to show you today is some of the resources that we have available to you. Now, if you do not see all of these resources on your screen, just remember that you have different rights than I do, so I have some additional stuff that you may not see on your screen. But if there's something that you would like to be part of, or the room or course you would like to be part of, please do not hesitate to ask your program specialist. So some of the things that we have put out here, for example, we have a math room, and in that math room you will see the available courses all the way from 6th grade math to calculus BC. You can click on any one of these. Let's try Algebra 1 here, and you're going to see that there is this header that has links to each of these topics, and then there are resources under these topics and activities that you can do in your classroom. For example, if you want to just do about data, again, this header does not change, but the resources beyond there, or underneath there, excuse me, you will see that there are all kinds of resources on working with data. For example, data with cards activity, station activities, snack time, box and whisker activities. So there are all kinds of resources available there. Now, one of the things I want to show you is if, say for example, you're in data and you want to go to the next resource, which is functions, you can click on this arrow. If you want to go to the one previous, you can click on this arrow. So say I want to go to functions, I can click there on the right, okay, or I could have clicked up here on linear functions, and then there are activities on functions there. So all of the math rooms work very similar to that. So if I want to go back to STEM, I'm just going to click on the STEM link, and the science rooms are that way as well. So here are all of the science courses that are available. So if you are needing information for your anatomy class, so click on STEM Anatomy and Physiology. You can see the topics here at the top, and then resources that, or activities that are available under each of those resources. Now, this is a living, breathing document, and it's going to change as we find resources. So what you see on my screen now, there may be additional resources when you look at it for your classroom. Okay, so same in the navigation, you will see, oh, I didn't do that. And I will have to go back and do that actually. So this is not set up the same as the math room, but I will go back and do that so that we will have links at the top. But you will also be able to scroll and see the information that you need. So I'm going to put the header here at the top, and so it'll have links to each of those pages. Okay, so if I go back to the science room, maybe I want 6th grade science. Same thing, here are different topics for 6th grade science, okay, and activities to go along with that. Now again, this is a living, breathing document, so it can change. So if it looks differently, do not worry, okay? So those are the math and science rooms. You also have unplugged resources. These are resources that you can give to your students who don't have laptops or Chromebooks or technology to that effect. These are all things that they can do at home on their own. And so again, you will see the links at the top. Say it's green architecture. The stuff at the bottom changes, and so here are activities that students can do at their home if you need those kinds of activities. So those are unplugged middle school. We also have unplugged high school, and then you will see you can also scroll down and see that we have a professional development room. This is actually a room in which we have different professional development topics. For example, if you wanted information or webinars on robotics, you can click on there and you can see that there's a series of webinars about robotics. Okay? And then you can watch those on your own. You'll see that there are the navigations here to the right and to the left. So that's the professional development room. You will also see the annual STEM days. These are different activities that are found in each of the months. For example, in March, we have Women's History Month. So maybe you wanted to do something for actual STEM days. There's Pi Day, which is March 14th, National 3D Day, and there are activities that you can do with your students on those particular days. So if you just want a fun activity, here they are under annual STEM days, and there should be something in every month about something that is STEM related or actual STEM day. Okay, Teacher Appreciation Week, it's the first week in May. There's airplane activities, rocket resources, National Airplane Day with airplane activities, all of these fun things. May the 4th be with you. And there are activities there that are space themed. So if you teach any classes in which those annual STEM days, you can definitely be able to go to those. If you don't want to scroll down, just as a little side note, you'll see in this bar that maybe you want to look for something for the first day of school. So click on August here on the left, and you'll see that it is National Water Quality Month and National Aviation Day. And Orville Wright's birthday is in August 19th. And so you can click on those to find activities relating to that. Okay, so that is annual STEM days. So let's go back to the STEM course. From there, you're going to see different classes on engineering, engineering design, high school computer science and technology. And then Nicole Thomas is the STEM specialist who does escape rooms. So if you're interested in that, you are more than welcome to watch the video on what is a digital escape room, find resources to locate active games, how do you create your own game, step-by-step instructions. If you've never done a digital escape room, you are missing out and your students are missing out. So this would be a great resource for you to pull out and do something at the beginning of school or to review with your students. Okay, Nicole has also put out here several Escape from School. This is a course, a game that was created for the PLTW Gateway Course Design and Modeling. This is closely related to their Puzzle Cube project. And so you can click on it, maybe escape from TSA Bound for Nationals. This is a game created for TSA students with TSA information. So there are some games that have been created that are put in there. Now again, this is a living document, so things will be added, so you'll want to check back on every couple of months to see if there are new resources that you are looking for. Okay, so these are our STEM teacher resources, and you can click through these and look at the different things that might be needed. Say, for example, You're being evaluated. You're in a comprehensive school, K-12 school, and you need information on evaluation. You can find that. Here are the standards and resources. This would be a place in which you would house your documents for your program specialist to look at. And so this is what, let's click on STEM standards and resources. This is what the standards are. Okay, what information you would need to help you fill those standards. Okay, and so you can go and how to upload those into ctyou. And so you can go and you can say, hey, I don't know what an advisory committee is, so here's the committee handbook. Or I don't have my 412 port. I don't know what it looks like, so here's an example. I don't know what a program of study is. Well, here's an example. I don't know what my strategic plan is. Well, here's an example. And again, you can also reach out to your program specialist to get that information as well. Now, for example, if you are being evaluated this year, you can look over here in the left-hand side, and you will find the letter of the alphabet that pertains to your school name. So, for example, say you are from Medill. All right, the Medill folder is going to have your school name and your name. If you click on your letter and you do not see your folder for your school, that means we have not hooked you up with that. So just contact your program specialist and we will be glad to do that. Sometimes we do miss those on occasion. But all you should see is your school name and your name associated with your folder. Okay? And so you will click on this and then you will see folders that pertain to each standard in which you will put your information. So this is a place where you will house information for us to look at, as well as if somebody comes in behind you, what you have already done so they can continue your great program. Okay? So this is ctyou in a nutshell. And again, if you have questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to your program specialist, and we will be glad to walk you through this and provide you with additional information that you would need for your program.